Hi everybody, I'm Susan Mulvihill. I'm out in the vegetable garden today and we are still experiencing quite the heat wave, although today isn't as bad as it has been. And we do have a light breeze blowing that sure feels good. I thought what I'd do today is a quick video on how and when to harvest garlic. This is our garlic and shallot patch. And yeah, it looks pretty rough this time of year, but this is about what you would expect to see in the middle of summer. Although I will say our heat wave has certainly accelerated the process. I planted both softneck and hardneck garlic last fall. And if you're thinking, wait, I'm new to growing garlic, I planted mine in the spring and I didn't know I was supposed to plant it in the fall, don't worry, because you're still going to get a harvest, it just will be smaller. So this fall, plant your next garlic crop, you'll harvest it next summer, and you'll get much larger bulbs. So let me show you what we look for before we harvest the garlic. Now this plant is an onion, so just ignore it. But you can see that on the garlic plants, there's a main stalk and then leaves that are coming out from it. And what we're looking for is for the bottom 4 or 5 leaves to have turned brown. And on average in this patch, that's what's happened. So that means it's time for us to dig them up. If you're also growing shallots, I wanted to point out that we tend to harvest them when the stalks have fallen over. And there are a few stalks that are still standing, but for the most part, the majority of them have fallen over. And you can see the bulbs already look a little bit dry. So we'll get those dug up today too. I'm going to harvest the shallots first because I kind of need them out of the way in order to maneuver around the garlic plants and dig them up. And I'm going to use a spading fork to gently loosen these up so that I don't damage them. It is really important to use either a shovel or a spading fork to dig up your garlic plants, and that's because if you just pull on them you can damage the bottom of the bulb, and that can impact how long it keeps. So I'm definitely going to use tools for this project. And there is the shallot harvest. There's actually more than I thought. Now to get the garlic up. So I'm just going to use this spading fork to carefully lift them out. Look at that bulb, would you? Wow. I'm not putting any stress on the bulb. I'm always making sure it will just lift right out of the soil so I don't damage it. And you know, if you do nick a bulb, just make sure you use it first. I also wanted to mention I have done a few videos about planting garlic. So just go to my YouTube channel and do a search on the word garlic and you'll find those pretty easily. These are the Inchalium softneck garlic, and I'm saving the name tag that went with it in the bed because once these are dried and ready for storage, I'll make sure that I separate them out so I know what's what. I am so glad garlic is quick and easy to dig up because it is really getting hot out here. So in the distance there you're seeing the German red garlic, and in the foreground is the German porcelain. Both of these are hardneck garlic, and if you're wondering what we do with all of them, well, we mostly consume it because we love to use garlic in cooking, but we will also save some for seed garlic to plant this fall. Now it's time for me to take the garlic to a place where it can dry. Okay, here are our garlic and shallots in storage. It's important to store them in a sheltered area that's out of direct sunlight. Now, if you have grown Soft-neck garlic, you can braid them together and hang them somewhere to dry, but we prefer to just store ours loose. It's easier that way. The drying process takes about 3 weeks, and during that time we will restack the garlic and shallots a couple of times just to help them dry. When they are completely dry, the leaves and the stalks will be brown, and the outer skin of the garlic and shallots will be papery dry. At that point, you want to knock off any soil remaining on the plants, trim the roots, and clip off the stalk. Then you want to store them in a cool, dark place. Whew, it's hot. I'd like to say I'm not sweating, but yeah, I'm sweating. So now you know how and when to harvest garlic. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you're staying cool wherever you are. I need to go back inside. Happy gardening, everybody.